that monster could have got put down years ago, and it wouldn't have been no surviving R. Kelly. Y'all continued to let him step in the name of love, even after seeing the PP tape.
HK, I think you're totally right. I think unfortunately the people who are most susceptible to being groomed are the last people who will probably see that interview, see that clip because they're so young and this is such an adult topic. My hope is that the other people who are remaining silent about things that happened in the past, my hope would be that she could inspire them to perhaps speak up and maybe some of these people could get brought to justice.
Even and I do hope people do speak up more, but I will say this, when it came out, and this has been happening from since the beginning of time, I think, especially young Black girls that develop fast and, like, are very curvy.
Mhm.
People kind of, like, didn't look at her as they would look at, like, a young kid, like a John Benet Ramsey or Elizabeth Smart, because she wasn't this underdeveloped or child. She was a child, but she was, like, curvy. It's almost like, well, was she just fast, being fast? I just feel like people weren't as appalled as they needed to really be.
Mhm.
I feel like people needed to be way more appalled than they were, and I feel like this girl got damn near demonized, like, "Man, wasn't that bad because she was grinding and moving around." When you're, like, a victim of child, like, molestation, child sexual abuse, rape, grooming, you're not thinking like a regular kid. You're
Mhm.
not thinking about playing dolls. You have had access to adult things and adult males in your face, probably leading you on and leading you down a path, because before he gets your body, he got your mind.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I just don't like the way the society reacted to this little girl. They didn't look at her as a little girl because she, by no fault of her own, developed early on. She had breasts, she had butt, so people just like looked at it like, I mean, people didn't really start looking at her like a victim until recently, honestly, I think. It felt very like victim blamey.
Well,
Mhm.
but remove R. Kelly for the situation, right, and replace him with anybody else, and I think the narrative would have instantly switched. Sometimes in society, we are so infatuated with the celebrity
Facts.
aspect of it that we will look over the villainy that they have participated in because we love whatever they created and the things that they've done so much. And I was a person who was like, when the story broke like in the early 2000s, I was appalled. Like, yo, we are still supporting this guy. That's crazy. And because like I didn't watch the tape the way most people watch the tape to see like how well she was grinding. I watched the tape to see if it was him. And I
Mhm.
saw 7 seconds. I saw all I needed to see. And at that point, I'm like, yo, any more than this is child porn I'm watching. I don't want to
Mhm.
see this. I just
Mhm.
wanted to see if they was crucifying an innocent person. And it became obvious immediately who it was on that tape. And they
Mhm.
still continued to add him to the radio stations and
Yeah.
play his videos and give him opportunity.